In this video, I want to speak about BTC USD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect of this market. Then we will be moving to the on-chain data, so how Bitcoins are moving on and off from exchanges. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here on this pair. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which is currently testing a quite strong level of previous monthly resistance, which has now turned support and also rejecting it to the upside. Now, if we look at the macro movements here on the chart, we can also see this was also the previous cycle high. From here, all the previous bear market got developed. Here we had the halving, the market entered into a bull market. Then we had the bear market, which ended, in my opinion, here. And now the market is continuing to the upside. Now, I do not expect the market to create new all-time highs before 2024, only after the 2024 halving. Only at that point expect the market here to print new all-time highs. Now, if we look a little bit closer, we can see how the market has now broken the monthly structure to the upside. In fact, we were having a market which was creating lower lows and lower highs. Here, we had the first break from creating lower lows and lower highs to now creating a new higher high after the break above this previous high. And at that point, that essentially showed how buyers were again in control. So after a break, we had the retest exactly here, and the market started rejecting this level to the upside. And from here, more bullish price action could be expected. Now, if we drop down the weekly time frame, what do we see? From a weekly perspective, we can notice how the market has now tested and is currently starting to reject a quite strong area of previous weekly resistance, which is now turned support. Now, as the market is testing previous resistance turned support, we could expect a potential rejection to the upside away from this zone. Going down the daily, what do we see? Well, from a daily perspective, we can notice how the market at the moment is rejecting also previous daily resistance turned support that we had exactly here. In fact, I did speak about BTC USD when the market was around this area. After this impulse, I explained all the reasons for which we could expect first the correction and then more bullish continuation, which is what the market is currently doing. And by the way, I will link in the description that previous analysis, so you can go and check it out for more free education. However, at the moment, what we need to realize is that until the market will break above this previous high, it could easily start finding resistance across this zone and could easily get rejected to the downside. In order for the market to continue, it is extremely important that the market will manage to break above this previous high. And at the moment, we have no confirmations that it will actually happen. So only if the market actually breaks after a break on the retest of the previous resistance or support, only at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection to the upside. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the exchange reserves, and this shows essentially how many Bitcoins are currently on exchanges. What we can see is that as the price was declining and then recovering, the amount of Bitcoins on exchange has been only trending to the downside quite aggressively. What this shows is that there is a massive amount of Bitcoins which are constantly getting bought and moved away from exchanges, possibly in cold storage. This means that if demand gets increased or if the amount of Bitcoins emitted into circulation gets cut in half, which is exactly what will happen with the next halving, price should increase to accommodate for the new demand. So the fundamentals at the moment are quite strong. So we don't know if we will see this break to the upside, but if we get it after a break on the retest of this previous resistance turn support, how we could be approaching a potential rejection to the upside? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily, combined with the on-chain data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing, potentially also with students, is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential rejection to the upside for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis education and update, make sure that you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you. And I will see you in my next breakdown.